Hello, I'm Cathleen Jeffrey. While the talk of a crisis on Wall Street and bailout packages being discussed in the legislature are fresh on everyone's minds, the impact Wall Street has on Main Street and vice versa is not news to viewers of the Hull video blog. Here is a look back of videos I shot over the past 6 months, focusing on the breakdown in the economy.
Hello, I'm Cathleen Jeffrey. By now, most people are aware of the subprime mortgage meltdown, which has shaken everyone from Wall Street to Main Street. But while the Fed has been busy cutting rates in an effort to jumpstart the economy, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have been tightening their lending guidelines. And a new twist for home buyers in the market for financing a home they may have their eye on is that in addition to ensuring they can afford the home and have good credit and FICO scores, they may also need to be concerned with the location the home is located in, as some mortgage insurers are making lists of areas they consider to be in distress areas or declining values. If the area you are considering buying in is on this list, you may be subjected to stricter loan-to-value guidelines. I did a little research and I found that Hull, along with surrounding communities throughout the South Shore, appears on the distress list for Genworth Financial.
I'm Terry Sowers, and I'm a spokesman for Genworth Mortgage Insurance. Current and projected economic conditions, as anybody who has read the newspapers over the past 6+ months know, are not the best in the mortgage industry.
For this story, Bridget O'Rourke in Senator Kerry's office issued this statement. New estimates show that foreclosures will reach record highs again this year in Massachusetts. Thousands of Massachusetts families, including dozens in the Hull area, are inches away from losing their homes. Senator Kerry is committed to finding solutions to help them avoid foreclosure. He will also continue to do all he can to ensure that big mortgage companies do not take advantage of the little guy or target certain areas of the nation with undue restrictions. Senator Kennedy also responded for this story, saying, "It's outrageous that some mortgage lenders are now blacklisting whole communities at high risk and using it as a pretext to raise interest rates on home loans even higher for all borrowers." Mr. Kennedy went on to say that Congress has a responsibility to stop such gouging and guarantee fair lending practices for home loans.
My name's Michelle Cundis, and I work for Seacoast Homes and Hull. Everything with the subprime lending and the things that are going on with the lending companies is clearly having a giant effect on people getting a mortgage in general. There are programs that, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, don't exist now. So it's getting more difficult for everybody as a whole, but for those that are on the subprime rate, people with less than perfect credit or not enough to put down, it's clearly, it's hindering them. It's definitely slowing them down, making it more difficult.
The economy hurts, and the price is devastating. Everything from gas and oil to food. The food prices are escalating. Everybody talks about gas and fuel, but food prices are way up too because of gas and being able to ship and other things that external factors have affected. But more people are having a hard time just putting food on the table.
The winter's been very long, very barren. Business has really been slow. The price of fuel, the price of food keeps on skyrocketing. I feel a lot of people are staying home more.
The owner of the Red Parrot in Hull, Richard D'Angelo, said he worked out a deal to prevent a foreclosure auction that was scheduled for the property for next Tuesday.
Our business is down from what we've been here 5 years, and this year I think it's probably been the lowest it's ever been.
Normally go all over the place, but this year with the fuel, you're looking at us. Well, other than that, you're in a little dinghy like the gentleman leaving.
Just Verizon Fios. They're giving 20 cents off to promote their Fios service.
So 20 cents off of this price.
Yeah.
And how long were the lines today?
Oh, like 10 cars down. They were all over the street, everywhere.
I just don't think people are traveling this year. According to the woman down the Cape, the reservation service that I've hooked up with, she said that inns that have been there for years with waiting lines aren't even booked for the 4th of July.
I'd like to know what you can tell us what we can do about the oil, the gas, paying for it, because right now I've got a funny paper and I can't even afford it because I'm in catch-22, so I can't use any of the energy programs or anything else there. I've already called.
First of all, oil is set on a world market. I don't control that market, nobody. So there is some limit to what we can do to help you pay for your oil. The Live Heat program I mentioned earlier, which is a federal program, it's home heating system. You may or may not qualify.
Mr. Carey. Sir. How you doing, sir? How are you? My name is Philip Adams. I just came from the out getting oil for families with problems with oil. We're working on that. I was wondering what you were doing in your office. What are people doing to help people of Quincy right now?
Well, what I've done is I've introduced legislation to put $3 billion into the low-income energy heating assistance. And we're fighting with Republicans who don't want to support it. But I've specifically introduced that legislation. We also wrote the President just the other day to urge him to release from the Home Energy Heating Reserve. If it gets at a certain price, we want to have that automatically released so we can help families.
Basically, Garrett, I know that you met with the Health School Committee this week to warn them of possible steep drop-off in revenue for the schools. Can you just tell me a little bit about that?
I was going to the Health School Committee and then to all my school committees, hopefully over the next few months, just to start having the discussions with them about what they've been seeing in the paper about potential drop-offs in revenue, which, given the current state of affairs on Wall Street, is more and more likelihood.
Now, I know that you are actually going to be chairing a committee next week, is that correct?
Yes, the committee that I chair is going to have a hearing, and the question is this. We've had the intervention of Bear Stearns. We had the one with AIG. The Fannie Mae Freddie Mac is different because that had been a congressional executive branch dual project with the private sector, and so we had more responsibility there. But to have them intervene with Bear Stearns and intervene with AIG, decide not to intervene with Lehman Brothers, maybe intervene with somebody else in the future, it shouldn't be done on an ad hoc basis, even if there is a need for it. And I, by the way, have a great deal of respect and admiration for Chairman Ben Bernanke of the Federal Reserve, but it shouldn't be his decision alone in our society.
The FPC concluded that the town will experience both a significant, immediate, and cumulative financial deficit. Town expenses, including utilities, health insurance, pension contribution, and labor costs, continue to grow faster than town revenues, which primarily consist of state aid, real estate taxes, and excise taxes and fees. And recent history demonstrates that there is little prospect for increased state aid within the time frame of the 5-year financial projections.